On the last year of the second millennium, 500 years before the rule of a most benevolent Emperor Karl's France, there fell a time unlike any other, just as they had before. The birth of divine Sigmar, the wings of fire in the sky again heralded the coming of great things, the coming of plague, the coming of war, the coming of pestilence and hunger. Though its unholy name is now stricken from the rolls, records of great libraries of Altdorf, and its ruins razed by Magnus, the savior of the Empire, I would tell you the tale of the cursed city, brought low by the wrath of gods. I would tell you the tale of Mordheim! It has been a decade since the coming of the comet, and yet it is no longer our greatest concern. Evil rises in the north as the waste grows restless, as the dead walk amongst us one again, and the barbarous hordes ever press on the borders of the Empire. Today, though our story turns its sights on the neighbors to the east, where a secretive noble court is in its peak of power, the peoples of Sylvania laden their leaders, the von Carsteins, with praise and glory, as rumblings of war echo across the many states of the fractured empire. Is it true that they will attempt to strike at the now weakened alliance of man? If the rumors tell true, then it appears so. Who then will stand against them? Will it unite this fledgling realm once again, or will it be their downfall? Either way, this is where our story starts. On the eve of said potential war to come, where tensions are high on the borders to the east, and where we find our intrepid adventurers, a witch hunter and her vassal, sent by the guild to hunt for a vampire, and seek out their intent in the city of the damned. Hello, everyone. It might have been a bit scary. But the rain, we are here amongst the outskirts of the city of the damned, in a place called Smuggler's Den, an enclave built by those who traverse the city looking for warpstone and fiends or other such things that take their fancy. Here we find, as the light fades deep on the mountain passes in the distance, as the night seems to consume all the light, bar the warmth of a tavern, a mere meager tavern built by simple timbers. And inside this, as the smoky air flutters across all the peoples, we find sitting in the corner two individuals. One of our intrepid adventurers, the other, a woman with very jet black hair, tautly cut back to her head into a bun, as she speaks fervently and is much with the expression of her hands to her other companion, our adventurer. Would you like to introduce yourselves, Sigfreda?
Thank you. Yes, I am playing Sigfreda, she, her. And you see what would be the very, I would say, very stereotypical person in all black, a huge sort of witch hunter's hat on top, like obscuring most of their face. If they were to look up at you, it still would be quite dark and black, just a sort of pinprick of two bright blue eyes. She has gloved hands on, gloves on even, and she's just sort of waiting and letting this individual sort of spout out the information, all while sort of having their sort of mug of ale just gently in front of them, untouched, whilst listening intently to what they have to say.
Well, okay, there we go. Well, now this Carmen turns to you and says, So it seems our mutual friend has introduced us, and you were looking for information from me and my peoples, my family.
Yes. Do you, well, you understand how delicate such an operation is, and
Certainly.
I would require the utmost secrecy upon such a thing. A
As would
reputation,
I.
a reputation such as mine and yours cannot be put at risk for trying to hunt such creatures of the night. You do understand this?
Of course, every secrecy, and to be honest, I don't wish to be noticed out of my usual areas because I try to remain unseen. But I am very glad to help and aid a friend of our mutual friend, and as such, I will make any acquaintances or information you need to help you in your journey, because you witch hunters can be known to be a little bit,
A
what's
bit
the word?
what? A bit what, friend?
Heavy-footed, maybe?
Is there on this table what I would call a cutlery set at all?
Very simple cutlery set, nothing
Sure.
of any, it's going to be maybe even whittled.
Yeah,
Maybe,
that's fine. Well, I would like to, again, in a flash, the sort of knife from the cutlery set is just in between this person's fingers as I sort of just put it there and go, I think you might have mischosen your words, little friend.
No, I see that you are clearly one with more tact and more time before you, but I just wanted to, as you know, I'm just letting you know that this is why I wish to impart my knowledge to you. That is all. That is all. Apologies.
Take the knife out and put it back, leaving a groove in the table, and sit back.
What is your perception, by the way?
Yeah, let's see, shall we?
Let's have a look at some stats.
Let's look at the sheet we made. My perception is where is that? Perception is 29. So
29. Okay. I'm going to suggest based on that even it's quite low. So I'm just going to suggest that when you go to move the cutlery back down, you realize that there was already a knife at your rib from Carmen.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Game recognizes game.
Yeah, there you go. But she puts it away as you put yours away. And anyway, enough heighted conversation. Why don't we move to business now? What can I help you with in particular? How much do you know? I don't want to teach grandmother to suck eggs or whatever. It's not.
We are looking for an individual. I'm sure you're aware of a great movement that has been happening through these parts. Any information upon such individuals, I believe, and so sort of takes a moment to sort of like go around her tankard with her finger. I think the name Drax has come up several times, and it is a person of interest to us.
Interesting, Drax. A fame for his charm, Drax. I think I've heard the similar rumors that he has been on maneuver and on campaign, which is very unlike Drax. He's very much known for staying in Sylvania, never really venturing too far from his liege. But other than that, I know very little than what is told to most people. He is very powerful necromancer for a vampire lord. He does practice, but it's not his sole focus. He is not really a general, but more, he leads people within. He leads the guard of one of the main cities within Sylvania. What is it? One of the main areas. But that is all I know of him. But as you say, I have heard he has moved towards the city that we are in.
Yes, and that is what is concerning of us. If he is beginning to move, and others may follow, and I am curious to why. I have been sent to find out, and if needed, redirect such a course of action back, or if there's no disagreement to that.
Well, if you're looking for more information on him or where he would be or the people that he would be engaging with or talking to, I would suggest moving out of Smuggler's Den and moving towards the Black Pit. That is more of the place where the Sylvanians will reside, particularly the noble of the kind, before entering the city. But in regards to the vampires themselves, I fear, as again, without returning to my previous point, it is not, I see mistakes made by certain individuals as to how you would go about attempting to engage with one.
Oh, I see. There's some sort of conduct, some sort of rules. You see, I have my ways as well, but please, enlighten me. How does one kill a creature of the night such as he?
I assume you've heard rumors. I mean, what rumors have you heard? It's always interesting to know the tales that are told.
Oh, you know, that vampires walk among us, death is nearby, and the end is nigh, the usual sort of things. But I guess if you're relating to what I know, well, the old wives' tales of, say, garlic and picking up rice, cannot cross running water, undoing knots. Again, that is
The
more your
undoing
field.
knots is a new one.
Oh, it's... Well, again, my prey is more day-bound than yours. So,
See, this is what is the problem. Many people believe many of these old wives' tales, and garlic is crap. It does nothing to avert them. If not, it just helps their feast be more flavorful, if you get my meaning. I suggest demon root or witch's bane.
okay.
But if you are looking to find them and if you're not sure of their personage, pictures of vampires are hard to find because of their innate quality. And inherently with that, things that you can do, though, is if you wish and if you're one who is not averse to pain, which I doubt you are, then you can cut yourself simply on the skin. Place some silver or demon root or witch's bane into the skin and let the wound heal. And when you come close to one of the night, you will feel a pain deep in that scar once again. It's a useful tool if you're sneaking around in the night or within crowds of people and seeking to find them.
Interesting.
The water does not work. Sunlight sometimes works. But to kill them, sometimes that never works. No matter what you do, you can burn them, you can behead them, you can stake them. But some of them are even more powerful than Drax probably can return. Drax, I suggest, burn, holy water, holy place of rest, and behead is the only way.
Sounds like it's going to be a tough one for us, but, well, good to know, good to be, as they say, prepared for such encounters.
I also have a specific weapon that your mutual friend paid for, and I will give it to you if you come follow me. I am staying upstairs in the tavern, so I can show you and give it to you there. It would be a bit unwieldy to bring into this place.
Indeed, I wouldn't wish to draw attention to ourselves here, considering the secrecy of such a mission.
As you say those words, you hear in the background, "What the? Mate, what the? How can you have 5 aces? You can't have 1, 2... Yeah, he's cheating! Who's cheating? Who's cheating?
Pardon me then, sir. Pardon me, good sir. Do you doubt the word of a gentleman in this tavern tonight? Are you calling me a cheat, sir?
I would call... Mate, how would any gentleman is more likely to be a cheat than anything else, I'll tell you that for sure. Now, show us...
Not this gentleman now. I'm a Templar. Recently acquired.
Even worse, he's listing out worse and worse qualities. Don't you agree? I do agree.
You should think for yourself then, sir. Think for yourself. Don't take the word of this
I'm thinking
brigand.
very clearly.
He stands up from his chair and starts to get closer to you, and his face is right in his. Look, stop talking to me about what I should think or
my
what I
hair
shouldn't.
out of my way here, because now I really can't risk losing. I just, it took me a long time to get this beautiful, and and not even the Templars shall squish that from my corpse. Now you
do like to talk a lot, mate. Gosh, he punches you right in the face.
Oh no!
Well, that was not a good idea.
No, but he thought it was the right idea.
Because you should know about me.
What?
That I have a very high dexterity.
Okay.
And so I am gonna, like a babbling brook,
Okay.
I am going to move like water
Right.
around that. I'm gonna dodge.
You're gonna
Nice.
dodge. Okay. Well, make me an agility based on your check.
And that is correct. I also have a pretty good agility because, boy, I have been squirming out of stuff since the day I was born.
Yes.
Some might even say that that's how I escaped my mother. But anyway, that's
it.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Make an agility. It's not contested for if you're gonna dodge. Just make sure you hit under your. So you have to.
Yeah, I'm a 33. Like it could be
Okay.
worse. You know what I
So
mean?
what have you rolled?
And I'm rolling a D100. And
Yeah, you need to get under.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's under.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Ah. Well,
Yeah.
it's a 60.
It's a 60. So you fail.
You dodge by staying still.
I thought that this would save me, and
Yeah. Normally you'd give I could give you a -20 for it not being difficult, but because it's point blank range punch, you were kind of unawares. I'm giving it a flat roll. So unfortunately.
Did you say that you could give me a +20 for not being difficult? Because
Yeah.
I don't know if I deserve that.
No, I'm saying it's not. I'm not giving it
it's
to you
point,
because it
it's
wasn't.
point blank.
Point
Oh,
blank
because it was
range.
easy.
And it was really easy for them to hit you, so they hit you. So they are going to. Now we need a contested strength check. So, which,
I've gotten myself into it a bit, haven't I?
yeah. So roll me your D100 again, and
Not
I will
again.
contest it. So, I failed. I got a 72,
Well,
which is a
I
-3.
got an
Myself.
87.
Oh, which is
My
what?
God.
What's your normal? What's your strength?
Oh well, it's
Not that high.
It's 27.
27. Okay.
Yes.
Right, so with that, you will be hit, even though you both completely fumble at this with such bad rolls, because this brigand has rolled, he's got -3 SL, but you've got -5.
Oh,
so
a
you
load more. Yeah.
A load more. And so unarmed strike is strength only, so their strength is a...
Are you gonna die before we've even got out of this tavern?
I live on the edge of death.
Yes, okay, so you
I live next to death.
You take
At all
2
times.
damage. How much do you take 2 damage? 2 wounds. So
Oh no.
I don't think you have any, I'm assuming you have no armor on your face.
Not today. Not today. Okay. Well, I'll write that down.
So they just go for this completely off guard but they obviously maybe trip over something, or they've kind of got up incorrectly, or when they've gone to lunge for the punch, they've sort of misjudged, or their mate's pulling the back at the same time. So the punch is sort of held back a little bit, whack you in the face, but it still lands on the chin, taking 2 damage.
You know what? It does. And
It's a big chin.
I'll absorb it.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of feel it out, move my jaw around. Well, I didn't think you had it in you. But
I don't think it's shutting him up, mate. Should we do it again?
really will. Well, now, wait a minute. Let's make it interesting. And I'm gonna slam one of my gilded rich boy pistols down on the table.
Oh
Okay.
no! Oh no!
Yes.
Hey, nobody's shooting. We're just making it clear that
Doing conversation.
Yeah. Okay.
we're talking. We're
Right.
talking.
So
With
you're
our
just putting the
fists.
gun down to show you're showing this as a sign of peace, right? Is that what you're saying? Or are you showing it as a
Yes.
sign, or is it an intimidation?
Let's be honest. This is meant to intimidate and
Right.
threaten.
Okay, fine. Well then,
But I'm doing it in a very suave way, and some people.
Okay, we'll
Might take it
contested will. We'll make a contested willpower then. Let's go for it. And if you've got any bonuses in intimidation, let me know. But
I actually do have a plus 5 to,
Okay.
to intimidate. As
so
a
you
basic
add 5 onto your willpower.
I shall do it. I shall do it.
These have got willpower 34, and they rolled an 81. So minus 5 SL.
That puts me at a 37 willpower, which, boy, do
Okay.
I ever have it.
Yeah.
And guess what I've rolled? A
What'd you roll?
25.
Ooh.
Well, okay, so they go, oh, mate.
That's
we were
more
just
like it.
having... Look, no need to get
I understand you, friend. I do, and I know.
Yeah.
And blood runs hot in the tavern, and I am guilty of it myself. I'm guilty of it myself. While I'm doing this to you, I'm stealing.
Give me a dexterity. A sleight of hand. If you have sleight of hand bonuses, give me that. If you not, just use simple dex roll.
Hold on, let me check.
I'll do
I did have sleight of hand.
I think it's intelligence for perception here in this regard, so 27.
No, I don't. I do have suave.
I rolled a 95. So
Ooh.
they
I
are
am getting
so
whatever
not aware.
is.
I was
I'm
so-
getting whatever
so
you
close to
have on
that,
the
yeah.
table. Is it a bit of coins? Is there maybe like an interesting...
there's a you're playing some form of card game. Let's say some, so there's a pot of coins in the middle. This is Smuggler's Den. This is not, there's a fair bit of coin, but this is not noble houses where you're used to. You're not.
I just want you to know that I got a 9.
Bag. Well, you're taking
Whoa.
anything you want on that table. If you, I mean,
I'm
they
swiping. I'm doing like I'm
table
looking
can
at you
take
and
the
I'm
table.
I'm looking at you and I'm like I kind of got like my arm around you a bit like brother it does go that fire whiskey goes down strong, doesn't it then?
yeah, it does.
And I'm swiping the table into my pockets. They're big. I have great
I love how they're just completely unaware. But then someone I'm gonna just roll for just the general.
But I mean,
vibe.
they're close to
Okay,
me. They're
I rolled a
shocked.
12. I
They're
rolled a 12.
terrified. I
But there are
smell
other
incredible.
people in this tavern. I'm gonna switch to a little.
And it's
back
none of
picture
their
now.
business, my friend.
Well, they're gonna get in their business because they rolled a 12, and one of them's gonna go. I think he's fucking nicking their money, mate. Oi, Dave, look behind you. Like this. Dave's like, what? What's going on? He's nicking your money. You what? And so they're gonna try and go for your gun because you put your gun on the table
No,
and your
no,
hands
but
are
I-
busy.
Not your
Your
gun.
hands are busy.
But it matches the other gun.
Too late. They're going for your gun.
You need to have
Not
a
the-
complete set.
Yeah.
That's the-
Okay. So they're gonna go for. Let's go for a contested initiative. Contested initiative, right? Let's go.
Whoa,
for that.
how do I roll that?
Initiative is the I.
It's the
so
I. Yeah.
I
Oh,
got
no, you're right.
29,
Okay,
so
I
I've
got you, got you.
succeeded. 29.
You're not gonna believe this.
What have you got?
A 2. How is this possible on a
It's-
D100? I never rolled this
Just
good.
take it. Just take
I'm
it.
taking it. I'm taking it
quickly
all,
go to
Fiona.
try- you see them try to go for your gun, but you're in sleight of hand, thiefy mode, and you're just like, swipe that, pick it up.
I seen you there, boy.
Right.
Who's swiping now?
Roll me perception quickly. Quickly roll me perception. We're gonna do lots of rolls here. We're having fights, but we're rolling quick.
Oh no,
Come on.
I
Sigfreda's
gotta
seen this
s-
happen and it's like,
What's Sigfreda doing?
she's just sat there going, oh, for God's sake, and is just finishing up her
Sigfreda is
drink.
like, damn it.
Yeah. I'm just finishing up my drink, finish off any conversation before I have to go and help out this idiot out of whatever is going on. So yeah, just taking my time. Like,
Okay.
I imagine in the background it's like lots of. And just like,
Yeah. There's a lot going on. People are starting to just have some more arguments and fights and around themselves.
Yeah.
But there you go.
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I've rolled a 22 on this. Let me just check.
gosh.
Perception is intelligence. That means I have a 28 there. And so I'm going to make that one then. Wow.
28 to 29. Perception. So you've made the perception. So what happens is you notice from behind you, someone's running at you with a chair, about to whack you around the head. Now, you've noticed this. You've got to turn. What do you do?
I'm ducking.
You're ducking.
I've been,
Okay, so
in
I'll say
the
you pass
courts. In
Okay.
the finest courts of the land, I
I'll roll
mean,
to
you
see
know,
if they hit Dave.
You
instead.
bow so low. That's
I
pretty...
bow so low.
Okay, so because they rolled over 80,
With a
which is
flourish.
what I was going for, you duck out the way, and Dave, the guy that you were arguing with, smack right round the face as you duck. Bosh! Out.
And then I
He's
come
just
back
out.
up. Now, why would you hit young David like that? Now, that's that's unacceptable. Dave, now, I'm brushing him off. How are you doing there, boy?
He's out. Dave is out. The guy that was next to him, you were playing cards with. There's 2 of you playing. There was 3 of you total playing cards. Dave is knocked out.
I'm fussing over him. He's in my arms, and I just, while I'm holding him supportively, has he got anything in his pockets?
He got it in his pocket. The rich stay rich. So, what are you? Okay, yeah. I'm going to continue your role.
personification of the
He's
government
out.
at
There's
large.
nothing for him to notice. One of the guys is so traumatized by the fact his mate's knocked out, and probably was the guy that's been knocked out is the bigger of the 2. So clearly, like, out of the 2 guys you were playing with these games, one of them was a bit more like, it was probably the bigger boy, as they'd say. But the guy who came round with the chair to hit you, sort of just comes down and goes, "Oh fuck, Dave!"
I
Get
know,
off him
Ed,
and pulls you off him.
He's gonna be fine then. Give him a minute. Give him some air. Back away from him now. I can tell you've not done a day in the battlefield in the trenches. Now he needs some air. Move back, son.
You literally were just having a fight with this guy. I think you should just leave him alone. Let his mate deal with
That's a
him.
misconception if I've ever seen one, and I have seen one. I'll tell you that. You've completely misread the situation, my boy, and you're going to need to back away here because Dave needs space. Now let me see to him. I can help him. I've seen this before.
You used a lot of long, big words there. I'm a bit,
I know that. I know, son. It's something to behold. An education. I had a few of them, but I'll help Dave. I'll do it for free,
Right.
just out of camaraderie for the smuggler's den. You know the code between us. It's
code?
the code. You know about bros,
Right.
or what have you. I've heard it said.
Yeah.
Mates.
Mates.
I've got an eye out for you if anything. And
You see the guy he was bloodlusted and ready for a fight, and you've sort of bamboozled him with words, which is not his best suit, and he's just like, yeah, right, and he just walks away. He's not bothered. The fight's over, and he doesn't care. He was just like,
Incredible.
I was in for a fight, and you've ruined it by being boring. And so he's just like, and he goes back to sit down. The other guy that was telling him over there was like, just leave us alone. Please, just
But
go
does
away.
Dave have anything in his pocket?
You stole whatever. You stole literally like a ticket stub, like nothing, some receipts, and he's
Bit
not.
of lint.
Yeah, a couple more coins. I'd say like a bit of copper here, a bit of silver there, but nothing great. Nothing of any like. Most of what was on the table, and you weren't playing for high stakes in Sigmar's Ruin.
Well, I'm gonna drop him then, and I'm gonna walk back to Sigfreda, and that's what I get for going after the poor. It never pays.
This guy was with you,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Yes, I was looking for quiet evening, but no, fine. Okay. Hello.
Well, and you are.
Carmen de Herrera.
All right then.
And yourself?
And myself. Well,
Yes.
my reputation precedes me, surely.
Describe yourself now, Taylor. Give us all
You
the...
don't.
I mean,
like
you don't need to. I don't need a
profile.
description, but I mean...
I do a little side profile, and I'm like, you don't recognize because I'm on money, probably somewhere.
Yeah.
I've been on a coin. Like, can
You've
we
been
just,
on a coin somewhere. You've been minted.
you know,
You have,
like,
yeah, literally. Okay, Tay, stop looking at yourself in your
Okay.
camera, and let's
Fine.
get... So,
You know-
explain your character, your name, or you
I
just
look a
do it
little-
introductory.
I look a little disappointed when I realize that she maybe does not recognize me, and I'm like, oh well, Lord Eadric Godfried Babbenburg of the East Teamskirk Babbenburgs, surely Viscount Michael 8 Cornelian 12th House, oath of the march and the walk and the run, and of Middenland. Of course, a principality. Surely you know it.
Middenland. I have heard of Middenland, yes.
Yes,
You
well-
are a noble of, yes, lovely dress, lovely. Very, colorful,
Yes.
yes.
You've
so-
well done, then. Well done. Eadric is, wearing some fine textiles. Let's say that. We're kind of dealing with like a vaguely militaristic greatcoat. And just in case you didn't know, there's
a
snow
little
leopard
mini
on
on
the
the
side.
Yeah.
Yeah. See that? That's real. Hamilton made sure to put that in for me because it was requested and ordered. And when a
was.
noble asks for a snow leopard lining, I mean, you do kind of need to do it.
You do.
And Eadric is a bit clean. There's kind of an air of there's a threadbare
Fragrances and everything. I
situation
imagine.
here.
Mm.
Eadric's been on the road.
Yeah, okay. I like it.
And it's a bit weird that he is.
As
Why
you've
would
stood
someone
up and
like
started
this
doing a
out?
twirl in your
Yeah.
jacket, and looking and actually showing the lining and actually doing a bit of a catwalk, Carmen just whispers into Sigfrida's ear and goes, "At least you'll have, food for the fiend, yes, at least something to put in front of them. They'll enjoy it, I'm sure." You don't hear this.
Eadric is just kind of like, yes, well,
Yes,
of course.
very fine, dashing.
Thank you, yes, well, as you do.
Lord Eadric, myself and my companion here have some business to conclude. Will you be okay by yourself? It's like seeing around the rest of the tavern is just maybe just like eyes on us. It's like, we must
Yeah.
go to this person's room. And there's a moment where I go to offer to invite, and then I'm like, you're more than welcome to stand outside the door.
That's a decision because Eadric's like, well, you've got something to discuss. Well, I might find someone else to discuss with as well.
Yes.
And I eye the room looking for, potentially another mark.
I say, like, do you remember why we are here, Lord Eadric? And remember
Of course.
promise we've made that the topmost discretion, you will
I've made many promises.
behave.
Yes. We always do.
Royal we there. Shall we head up?
Yes. Nice to meet you, Lord Middenland. And she gets up and sort of leads the way. The tavern's, to get to any of the rooms, you have to cross over a bridge out the back, and over the bridge there's like a little, one would call it a river, but really it's more sewage than river, but you cross over a little moon-style bridge over to a couple of stables and little small outhouses where, not like toilet outhouses, but actually like sort of oast houses where people's rooms have been made up. And in one of these so it's kind of little houses, not corridor, with rooms off it. And one of these small single sort of huts, she leads you to and open the door. It's a pretty cold and damp night. It's not raining anymore, but it's been raining since. And she takes you into the room, and in there is a small candle that lights it. And then a very simple bed, a couple of little books head out on a little table, and other than that, there's a big chest that's about, I can't do it because you can't see wide enough, but as long as an arm, that seems to be, sort of sitting on the side, gilded, sort of mahogany wood, little gold inlay on it, and she sort of leads you towards that, which is sitting on the bed. Well, this is the thing that particularly your friend paid for, and I wanted to give you. It's crafted, and each of us in the Andante, we make specific weapons to help rid ourselves of our undead friends. And with this, it's a bit blunt, maybe is the word, but it definitely does the trick from a distance and from close up either. And she unclicks it and opens up, and inside is what looks like a crossbow, but it's not got any bow to it. It's like a very big rifle, but in it is this huge silvered stake, and it has one shoved in, and there's a quiver of 5 other silvered, basically like a cylinder with a very sharp point at the end, and it glistens as you open it, like the ting sound would be as it opens up. And the wood on this is exquisitely, like the metal work is oiled well and is still like blackened, and all the woodwork is just really finely done, but it's definitely utilitarian. It's not gilded and brash like some people's guns, but it is definitely big, and it's like because it's like, you know, like holding a rifle. But yeah, this is the best we have for distance or close up.
I take a moment to really admire the craftsmanship on this, and then, you know, gently sort of like looking to my colleague for permission, I'll pick it up and just feel the weight of it and feel the sort of thing. Do you have a name for such a weapon, or do you name weapons? I feel there's something as a gift like this should deserve something.
Well, that is yours to choose. I cannot name your own weapon.
I just wondered if it was a tradition.
Some of them do. More of the more knightly order like to do these things. I do not care.
Very well. And then I will sort of look to down the barrel and a little bit further up and just test it and go, yes, I think Lucille will do very nicely indeed. And then put it
I like it.
into place. And then,
I like it.
Many thanks. I appreciate. Interruption was maybe not necessary, but you have my thanks, and I wish for. I can keep you reported on what we find, if any of that business. I'm very transparent with such things.
It is. Your friend knows where I am. If you send letters to them, they will get to me. I am still deep in the heart of Sylvania and trying to remain unnoticed so far. But if I find any, I will send you any missives of anything I find. As I say, I recommend the Black Pit. Also, just take these, and gives you a pouch, and inside is some herbs. These are the ones I mentioned. Weird root, demon root,
demon root,
Witch's Bane.
Thank you. I would ask one small favour before we depart. Could you, I appreciate Eadric's countenance and stuff does draw attention, so maybe you can just erase his appearance and his interaction from our meeting tonight from your mind. The less that people know about him travelling with me and on this mission, the better.
Well, good luck with that, but I will do what I can. To be honest, I am not one for,
Brutal?
But I'm not one for gossip, nor,
She's like, I don't think I'll be able to get him out of my mind.
You see, when you later on, Lord Eadric looks in his pocket and finds.
No number, nothing.
No, I'm joking. I'm totally joking. She so would not. No,
mail message.
No, there is no. There's nothing. No.
Did it?
But yeah.
I did all of that for you. I did.
Absolutely did not need their address.
Let's not.
We move on.
Move on, Taylor. But she just goes something along the lines of, well, you seem capable enough for the two of you, so I have faith. But I do fear for his safety.
That's very kind.
What do you mean? What do you mean by fear for his safety? Well, from the vampire or from something else?
Anything, to be honest. Hey, stick in the ground probably could do it, but You know, I fear
I
in
was
these
in
sorts.
the military.
I shut the window where Eadric has poked his head into.
Yeah, I was in the middle.
Eadric is like outside, like 5 meters away. Excuse me, I was an enlisted man once.
You weren't
Sort
enlisted.
of.
You were not enlisted. You were an officer.
I know,
That is definitely different.
I was on the list
Yeah.
in a way.
You
Didn't you
definitely on A
desert?
list.
Anyway, we'll get onto that story another day. But
Oh, dear.
oops. But the city of the damned is trying at its best for a experienced adventurer, mercenary, brigand. One such as him, he will be taken by something. But anyway,
Yeah.
Good.
You better
okay.
believe it.
Because
anyway,
there's definitely a moment where Sigfreda is like really staring down Carmen because like there is a little worry that her own reputation precedes her quite significantly at this point, and then when she realizes it's not that, she's like, good, okay, I just thought I'd check.
No, it's fine. Well, I have no more to give you. I will keep in touch, and I wish you the best. But yeah,
Well, have a good evening, and I go trouncing out trying to find
trouncing. I love the trouncing out.
like
all the way
trouncing out, and I'm like, where is that buffoon? And I go searching for my erstwhile colleague, who presumably is turning out pockets and stuff at this point. Like,
Yeah, Eadric, what are you doing? Are you searching and you're seeing what you got? So you found some other interesting bits. You found a key to something. Just when you were grabbing the table, you picked up some form of key. It's a little bit rusted. It has a little insignia on it. What's your intelligence? Just give me an intelligence score.
I would know an insignia, babe.
Yeah, but this is not royal insignia. This is
I don't
like.
think you understand. I have an advanced lore skill in
you
both
do.
heraldry and
Oh.
in very
yeah.
bad lore.
Okay. All right. Fine.
I mean, you should know that I am an educated chap.
Okay. Fine.
So,
You see this? So, you've obviously done some maybe before you came here, you thought to do some reading up on brigands and all of the things that I'd find out here.
I'm
like
so
some-
prepared.
It's like
Yes,
I'm going on a mission. I better Google bad guys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You Google bad guys, and you've got this, and you've kind of got
I looked
lingo.
at the FBI most wanted list before I went out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you did this version's of Ask Jeeves. You asked a servant
Yeah.
rather than.
I
So in it, you notice
mobilized the serf.
a certain brigand group known as the Brigands of Baal, a small but upcoming and growing brigands group that are doing trade within the empire, all around the empire, whatever they can make. But they've got a leader of renown known as herself, Baal's Brigand. That's what it's named after, and she has started to take hold in Smuggler's Run a little bit. An up and coming, as they'd say. And you've got a key with her insignia on it.
Okay.
She's famed for, she doesn't know anything about magic, weird stone, anything like that. She doesn't really care, but she employs people who do know about it best as she can and makes as much money, and that's really all that matters to her. You might know that as well, I guess. That's probably the rummagings, the rumors you would have heard about when you were
Not bad.
Googling brigands.
Brigands. What are they? Where do they run? Where do they do business?
Yeah.
Business location. Brigands near me. I just want you to know that I'm storing this information under a tab that I'm calling my winnings.
And let's say you've got 3 gold, 2 silver, and about 10 copper.
Okay.
There you go. And a stub for some entry to a show, like a cabaret.
But a stub, not like a.
It's
already
been
been
used. It's already been
It's
used.
it's already been used. Yeah.
Okay, I'll have it. You never know. As a creative, as a romantic.
You might have taken some cutlery in your time as well, or something of that ilk. I don't know, whatever you took, and maybe extra 2 cards of aces that you probably could use later. The thing then is you were given a task. You've only been given really one thing, which would be the Black Pit as the next place to should probably head to. Unless there was anything else you wanted to do, we might...
No, I think I would reveal that information to Eadric as I just find them like counting out shrapnel, and I'm like,
that sigh, like, oh
yeah.
God. Ah!
Are you quite finished counting your prize money?
My what? My winnings. My winnings.
I think you'll find I didn't say the word winning.
No,
Because winning would indicate that you didn't cheat.
Winning is something that you do at the end of a skirmish. Now, it doesn't matter how you get there. My own father taught me that. All that matters is that you get there and that you're victorious and no one stands in your way. Mowed down, as they say it. Ha ha! But I didn't forget you. I stole away a little something for you as well. And I'm gonna spin this key around my finger. Have a gander at this. Not just a pretty face.
You are giving
As they
me
say.
the key to someone's property. Some chest or something.
Not so, not so. To a trove. It's a brigand trove now.
Ah, yes, I do see the insignia on the key
Yes, you
now.
do, and this is the Brigands of Baal. I would know them, but it's fine that you don't, because I'm here and I have all the information that you'll ever need.
Eadric.
Spent a lot of time in that outhouse with that figure, but I know everything that we'll need to know on this trip, and here it is. Brigands. They're out there, and they're dangerous, but I
Right.
have this key, and one day could solve something for us.
Excellent. I'll put this down as Eadric's key, very similar to Chekhov's gun.
Yeah, this is yeah, you know, I don't know about Chekhov's gun, but Eadric's key? Now, this will come back to bite you.
Or bite us if someone comes and tries to find us. Eadric, we now are seen as people of interest. And what did we say about people of interest?
It's awful not to be one.
Right. You didn't listen to me on the journey. Come on. I know where we're going
Sigfreda.
next.
Do you now? Let me have it.
I sort of
Somewhere where I
fold,
can
I just
back.
fold I just fold my arms and I said, the information is that the person of interest that we are following is going towards the Black Pit. Now, I need you to be on your best behavior. None of this trying to get more winnings. I need covert mission tactics. You remember what those are?
Covert tactics. I mean, that's one way. It's one way.
It's the way I am leading this mission.
Yes. I hear you. It's a way. It's a strategy.
It is. I wish to remind you. I just remind you last time of your strategy of like boom dandying it up last time, and where that got us.
What's it got us? I've just done it. And look what it's got us then, Sigfreda. A key!
A key.
What in the world is glorious as a key? A fresh corpse. And we almost had that as well.
Well,
David over there.
David.
Yes.
God, you even
Look at him.
Still
Still not quite right. Still not quite right, the boy.
Just see things happening. Look, I think a
Are you
quick
looking
exit
through the
is needed.
window of the? Are you looking out through the window?
Yeah,
As you look through the window, you see Dave sort of sitting there. He's got like a drink in his hand. It's like just giving him some sort of liquid, and he's like, oh, fucking like this, and then he goes,
Excellent.
"Where's my key?"
And I go, time to leave. Speedy
Let's
exit
off.
maneuver.
Let's
Yeah.
off then. Let's off.
You head off into the night as the night.
Yes,
as you-
we do.
Yeah. Do you have horses? Do you think? Do you have horses?
Yes.
I'd suggest you probably had to. Or
Yeah,
you
I
could have
think-
got here by coach. I don't know.
Do
but
you
would you have your
think these
I-
boots were not made for walking?
I think at Eadric's insistence, we probably either have horses or hired something to get us to
Yeah.
places. So
Exactly.
for sure.
Fine. So you just hitched up onto your horses, clack their heels, and head off into the darkness. If I move to, I'm going to move to a map, but I don't know if you can see the screen, but there's a map of the city here.
Ooh.
So you were in the top left-hand corner of our picture, the smuggler's pit. The smuggler's den. To get round to the black pit is down the south, so you have to cross the river. And to do this at night time is always interesting.
It's easy, is it not? Like,
What do you mean it's easy?
Well, you're two individuals traveling on the outskirts of the damned city itself and heading to the ferry. There's a small ferry run by a very scary-looking person, basically, as you would imagine on a ferry at nighttime. But you got to make your way there, so I'd love you to just give me a flat D100. Let's just see for the pair of you.
okie dokie.
Just see what happens.
Just
out
see
in
what
the out in the
Just have a
out in the
seat.
darkness.
Just have a bit.
I rolled a 54 for myself.
Okay.
I've rolled an 18.
Oh
My
blimey.
God!
I know.
Well, it looks like something
I know
was
something
just-
of river fording from my time in the service.
Well, this is your way to the ferry itself. So when you get to this is just going round in the sort of environs where there's a bit of woodland. You're on a path that's sort of well worn between the two. A lot of people travel between these two, much more than they do to Sigmar's Haven in the north, which is much more for the sort of like where a witch hunter might find themselves more likely, and more of the sort of Marienburgers, etc., and the more sort of well-to-do and in Sigmar's graces. But as you move around, Lord Eadric, with a very good roll, you notice something moving in the shadows of and you sort of, what I don't know, clearly Sigfreda hasn't noticed this.
Oh no.
But I did.
You
Of course you
did.
did.
Yeah.
Hate
I'm just having a
all of
moment
this.
for me. Just having a little moment for me. Because it's not every day that we don't pour enough out for Eadric. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I struggle. I have a hard time. I need a lot of attention, and I really don't get the good attention. I get a lot of bad attention, and it's a hard life. You know, being like a phenomenal individual,
Yeah.
like a dynamo like this. But I have noticed something, and I'm gonna make a bit of a thing of it.
Okay, what do you mean by that? I need to know a bit more than that.
Well, I mean, like, I am gonna, like... Hawk! Hawk!
You make
Sigfreda! Sigfreda! Sigfreda!
Yes, I can. Do you need to
Hark!
stop? Do you need to
Hark!
stop to? You should have gone
Hark!
before we left.
Hark at the
I am harking you. What?
Hawk at the shadows! There's something! There's
Hark
something!
at the shadows. I can't listen to shadows.
It's stirring!
Stirring. God.
It's the brigands! I told you that they would come! And they have, and they're here, and the brigands! And I'm getting a gun out.
You're getting a gun out.
God.
You just hear like a click click
Yeah, I'm pulling the hammer on this one.
sound
I'm not
sort
shooting,
of coming
but,
from
like,
the forest, and you kind of have a look and you see this big hairy little pincer claw climb round one of the trees and sort of like
we're not doing this.
No.
and it sort of just kind of clicks out and you see little like loads of little eyelets just coming out, loads of different like eyes on this head as this like elongated hand. It's sort of humanoid, but it's kind of elongated. And it sort of peers at you. It just stares at you with this like 4 eyes that are different sizes in the side of its face. And it just stares at you.
Okay, Lord
That's it?
Eadric, put your gun away. We need to quickly keep going on our mission. It's not tally.
Have you fully abandoned your senses?
I
A beast!
yes, I can.
It
fully
makes
see
sort of
now.
weird noises, and you hear like rustlings of other things in the forest. Just sort of more noises like clawing back.
My lord,
That sort of sound.
I feel like, again, if you were on the battlefield, what order would you give your troops when faced with an unknown enemy of many proportions and actual proportions coming towards you?
Well, I mean, Martha, on the battlefield. Yes, a place where I once was. And,
Indeed. I will kick my horse to gallop
okay.
away from...
All right. Just as you do, you see another set of eyes coming out and looking at you, but they're moving very sluggishly, and they just sort of stare at you off.
No.
And as you run down on the path, you just turn around and just more of these, like, humanoids which have got misshapen parts of their body sort of look out and just making this sound between them as they look over to you and sort of wander out of the thing and then move back into the shadows as you ride off. Otherwise, other than that, you make it to the ferry at the crossing down on the south, near the south gate. And there's a hooded figure, very much Sharon looking, as in Sharon, as the river Styx. That is not Sharon, as in like
Sharon.
Sharon Osborne.
Sharon Osborne. I'll see you. No, but yeah, standing on the dock, just sort of like this, you know, hood up, just like.
I'm just gonna look at Sigfreda.
Little
I'm
lantern
kind of
light.
like gonna correct myself because we have ridden a bit hard.
Yes.
I'm just like, you know.
It's late into the night.
I could have handled that.
Of course. I have full confidence that you would have been able to handle it, just as you handled the brawl back at the bar.
Well, I handled that as well, and as you know, I not only was I victorious, but I walked away with winnings.
Why don't we continue your luck? Why don't you, and I point to the person. Why don't you lead the questioning at this point? Remember, we're looking for an individual called Drax who's been seen in the Black Pit, and any information on their whereabouts and the whereabouts of their caravan, their group, and any unusual things is what we're looking for. And I do this sort of. I'm looking at you dead in the eyes, Eadric. I'm like, no other question. I want you straight to the point, asking exactly that information. Do you understand?
Of course. Let's on then. I've got this is fine. That's
all right. So you get up to the hooded figure who's just sort of sitting there on the dock like this, you know, just in the dark.
Okay. And you know what? Eadric's like, I could do this, whatever.
Yeah.
This is
I
dumb.
definitely hang back a couple of steps and fold my arms, watching and waiting to see what happens.
You size up to Did you say ahoy?
Ahoy there! Ferryman.
Looking for passage.
In a bit, but now brigands. I'm on a hunt. You see it. You understand, surely.
You looking for passage?
Now listen here, good chap. We can both get what we need here, and a passage, yes, of course. But first, I'm looking for a brigand of some sort, some repute.
I said
You may know, and now sir, really, what kind of barn? Now listen, Drax, something.
I'm sorry, sir. I am a ferryman. Do you look for passage across the river?
I will at this point intervene. I will go into Eadric's pocket to bring out the money he won, throw it at the ferryman's feet and go,
Thank you.
There's money for the passage of information. We're
I
looking
see.
for an individual called Drax that has been seen in this parts. An unusual individual that probably will only go out in the night time.
He looks up and down at Lord Eadric and goes,
I think my tongue could be loosened for a more acceptable value.
Oh no.
Looks like your gentleman friend here could spare a few coin for a ferryman.
Okay, here's the thing. I do have a chest.
yes.
Perhaps this is not the best way to transport it, but it is being carried by a separate horse that is tethered to my own horse. It's there, like
Of course it is.
you've probably not seen anything like this, but there's actually like a saddle for things of this nature. For chests
Right.
and cargo and whatnot. It's like what a person would sit on, but more of a platform. And the horse is carrying my chest, and I kind of begrudgingly, I have clocked that this is an individual angling for some coin. And
I think you mentioned some winnings earlier.
yes, well, I mean that. Maybe so. I love a bit of sport. You understand.
Yeah.
But what might loosen your tongue then?
5 gold.
5 gold. Wow. Fine. 5 gold. Eadric has never bargained or
Sounds reasonable.
he's just like a banana. How much could it be, Michael? $10.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, ferry crossing is like a silver piece, so this is like, which is like
He's
about
trying to
a
pretend
pound.
like he has any semblance of how much money that is. Like he really doesn't, and he just goes into the chest, and I imagine he probably struggles to count it out.
I stop him at this point and I go,
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
2 gold and the promise that we won't kill you after we get the information.
Eadric's like,
Make me an intimidation check.
Oh, can't that just be like a thing I just do?
Eadric does not understand why we're bothering.
They rolled 99. No jokes.
Oh,
There
let's
was
go.
That's a critical fail.
I don't
for
think
them,
you're going to succeed, but let's see how much.
I'll
you
roll it
I'm
anyway,
rolling-
just in case. Because so I've got
I've
36.
never
in this
rolled
skill.
high on a D100 before, and then
The boys are back in town.
Wow, I actually, I've got 36 in Intimidate, and I rolled a 25, so I do succeed.
Okay, yeah.
I guess we're not killing him tonight, but maybe tomorrow.
Maybe later, yeah.
2 gold will be fine. That's fine. You
Excellent.
just
Eadric's like kind of stalling, trying to figure out how much that is.
It's like
I
20
just,
quid.
Yeah, I just swipe the, as he's just like, I just go, thank you, and then I will just,
yes. I'll close the
Yeah.
chest.
To be honest, I'd be happy to get on with this movement. Right, so you said you were looking for someone. How can I
Yes.
help then?
We need information about, we believe that they are no longer here. Maybe if they have taken passage on one of your boats, or if
A
there
lot
was...
of people go on this ferry every day. I mean,
What about at
I need a bit
night?
more than that.
At night.
Night?
Unusual.
A lot of people go on this ferry at night, even.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to know.
Oh,
if
what
it's-
about
24-hour
brigands?
service. You're on the outskirts of Mordheim. There's gonna be, it's pretty much everyone. There's not many people. If you said a noble who had a big mouth on him, then maybe I could find 1 or 2. But a brigand, it's a little bit more common than you might think.
Fine. How about a vampire?
Yeah. How would I know I've had a vampire?
Well, you're alive, so probably not. A group of individuals that are making their way into Mordheim, they probably have a palette.
They don't
of
cross water. They don't even cross water. What are you on about?
What
They
I'm
can't cross
asking,
water.
I'm asking you if you've seen anything, good sir.
Seen anything? Seen a vampire, bloody vampire. Oh well, okay. Archie Grumstein. He came over.
Yeah.
He had a few people with him. He takes people into the city, takes them in the south gate. He normally holds himself up down at Black Pit. I don't really like to get involved too much with people's business, but Archie's a nice guy, has a chit chat every now and then. And he was very quiet this time, which was a bit weird for him, I guess. Yeah. And he had actually sort of well-to-do, not as fancy as your mate here, but he had a nice coat on, I guess. Paid well, quiet. Guy, 2 sort of big guy, his mate, and then there was 2 ladies and this younger chap with them. They crossed over that day ago, night time. That's the only thing I can think that's a bit weird. But just because Archie, you know, he's said normally talkative.
Where is Archie now?
He ain't come back. He went yesterday. He's probably taken. As I said, he sort of people come and want to find somewhere in town. Archie knows the way. He knows the routes. Knows where to keep you safe, keep out of trouble.
He left with them.
Yeah.
Well, I am so sorry, but your friend is most likely dead, or worse.
You what?
You shouldn't believe all tales about vampires, these old wives' tales about water. And I recycle what I got told maybe about 2 hours ago about.
Yeah, as if you know it really well.
As if I know it, but in a very cool way.
You bloody joke. Well, this is the only job I could do. You're telling me I had a bloody vampire on this little thing and right next to me.
You probably had a lot worse and didn't know.
Fucking hell. Well, look.
I am sorry for the loss of your friend.
Archie knows his way around. He's a very good Archie. He's been doing this a long time. He's been doing this longer than you and your friend over here. I'm sure.
I hope then his usefulness has not outstayed its welcome then.
Wow.
If they need someone of information, that is very useful. So you said the South Gate.
Yeah.
Did they say
you passed it on the way?
Did you hear about any plans they had? Anything they overheard? Any whispers of like where they might head to next?
Bloody hell! Loads of people walk. Jesus. Right. Okay. Let me have a think about this. And then you see a little crooked smile come up on his face, and he goes, "Oh, I am having to really think about this one."
Ah!
I am actually. I really am having to think about this one.
You have the
Eadric
count.
is gonna get his pistol out.
Yeah. And I'll say you have the count till 3 until my friend blows your head.
Think harder.
Oh wait, right. Yeah. I did have a think. I remember them saying that
you
Archie.
look like a man having a think.
I was just having a think, mate. Just keep it chill.
Have a bit of a think then, mate. Go on then. I know an educated chap when I see it.
There was. I remember Archie saying he's going to take the 3 younger ones. There's the really creepy guys, big guys. They went off on their own. 2 of them and the young guy. It was 2 women and the young guy. They went off and they were going with Archie. That's right. Archie was taking them. That was it. Because they were saying about. I think. What was their names? I can't remember their name. But anyway, there was something about a bargain. You go with them. Make the bargain. Something like that.
Go with them and make the bargain.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for your information. And you said that are they sat down like on a dock, so there's like open water around us just now?
They're just sort of standing by the lantern. There's water that's
Cool.
flowing river. It's quite a big river, but it's like a classic ferry with a pull ferry, you know. So there's just like pull lines that takes them from one side to the other.
I understand. I guess. Well, I don't think we need any more of your services. Eadric, shoot away.
And you just see him just make a thing. What do you do?
I do.
Boom! Yeah, that guy's head is actually is just blown. It's not. You just smoked him, but it's gore. You've just literally point blank range with basically a hand weapon, and you have just got gore. Just goes straight at you as the head explodes, literally right there.
Roll to dodge.
I'm going to say this is a hard roll, so I'm going to add 20 to on the roll because you are right there.
Okay, well, I got an 11. I'm killing
plus
it!
20, that's 31. So what's your dodge? What's your agility?
Oh,
Agility.
it's a 33.
So you just make Jesus Christ. So you
That's
just go
incredible.
straight out of the way, literally before you can even get hit, as the gore just sort of flows off your face. Sigfreda, where were you standing? Because did you dodge?
Yeah, I was right next to Eadric.
Do you do anything?
I just take it. Yeah, I just
So
take
you just
it.
get just the red mist just hits you, and they crumple on the floor.
Eadric
The
picks
sound
like a
of
piece
that
of flesh
pistol
Yeah.
is so loud. It echoes all across the whole of this very quiet, dark. You hear a tolling bell on the other side of the ferry. Like that. Just try, which you don't know if it's like some sort of missive. It's not like it's an alarm. They've just rung it a number of times. Birds just all up into the sky. But you are alone on this dock.
So it's going from the other side is the bell. You're saying that? Okay. Let's not take the boat then. I will then quickly just go and kick the body to go into the water to make sure that evidence is gone. Yeah.
That's it. And just like Eadric winks into the forest at the thing.
That's quite a while back, but yes. Okay.
In the general direction.
In the general direction.
Eadric doesn't give a shit if it works or not.
No, I love
it's
it.
about the idea.
I do turn
It's
to
like,
Eadric.
there's one for you, mate.
I do turn to Eadric and I was like, I kind of meant like in the foot or something, rather than the actual. It's fine. Good shot.
Well, I mean, now you didn't say that,
I
Sigfreda.
I didn't.
You said go ahead, and I went. I take every. I carpe diem.
Yeah, you really did.
If you know what I mean.
You know what? I appreciate.
Seize the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
If you can. When you can, and you should be able to as a person of,
Well,
you know,
consider this another lesson.
as a divine son of the empire.
Consider this a lesson in feedback. Maybe clarify, and I also, for me to be communicative, more communicative, if anything. Right now, here's a new lesson. One, we get away quite fast. I think the boat is out of bounds for the moment, but I guess we can find the Black Pit, and
It's
find
across
out
the river.
Oh, it is across the river.
It's across the river.
And then I say we cross the river and hope for the best.
I now say that we'll cross the river.
Do as I say, not as I do. Come on, and I get in the boat.
What about our horses?
There's room on the ferry is big enough to fit, a few horses
okay.
on there.
Bring your
because
horse.
I'm
bring,
not leaving
bring your
the
chest
chest.
horse. Yeah, no, bring your chest. Bring your horses.
Okay.
Bring your chest.
I will.
Yeah.
I load all
Now,
my boys
usually
on.
there seems to be a bell. I don't know if you've taken this thing before, how it operates, but
The pull rope thing. I'm going to assume I look for any latch and then I start to pull it.
Yep. Fine. That's
I
fine.
might
You just get on.
I might have done this before, like trying to get away from the scene of a crime.
No. Okay. Yeah. So you do it, but it is quite a bit harder. But once you start pulling on it, you notice
horses,
that
or-
there's a bit of help coming your way. So you feel like there's something. Once you start giving it a bit of a go, then it becomes easier somehow, as if someone else is working this
On the
rope.
other side. As soon as I realise that, I say, Eadric, I need you to take over. And whilst, if Eadric takes it at least, I will then go plunge my hands in the water and wipe off the blood and viscera before anyone else sees me.
So there's a smoky, there's definitely like a smoky air over this place. So you're sort of okay
But when we get to the other end, there'll be people going, "Oh, what was that noise?"
So I'm just saying you've got a little bit of cover. It's quite a wild river. It's not running very fast as it is, but you're moving across, and the mist sort of is across you. You wash your hands in, and you look down into the water. It's pitch black in there, but but then the smell of it hits you first. It's pretty rank. This is coming straight from this thing. Do you how careful are you whilst you're washing yourself?
Oh no! What is?
Well, now you're asking, and then the answer is I'm just being as quick as I can because it was more of like a kill him.
This
you
is
did
like
actually
a
do
sink
it.
bath. This is
Yeah,
a
so
sink bath.
This is a Glaswegian bath. Yeah, done.
Yeah,
No,
this isn't serious. It's not.
Yeah, but I would just
Not like
you
you're
to,
gonna get
I just-
better water.
Bits
if you
and
reach
pits,
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it,
yeah.
but you're kind of washing your face. You've got a lot on your face. Some of that
Yeah.
water might get in. I just like you to just keep a track of the fact
No,
that you've
but
had some of the
Sigfreda
water.
wouldn't mess up the
The scary,
eyes.
the eyes. Yeah, I think just to get enough of the blood, because if I was
the
covered
mouth,
in this,
maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you got a little bit in there, you know what I mean?
We will keep an eye.
keep an eye on it. Absolutely,
Keep
yes.
an eye on something.
Exactly.
No, a little bit of chaos. Just whatever.
A little bit of water just gets in. You feel a little buzz. But You get through, and then suddenly the mist sort of clears as the light starts to, when you get into fog, you see the light sort of bloom throughout this sort of cloud, and suddenly it appears, and then on the other side, similarly cloaked figure is pulling the rope that you're pulling, but on the underside as you're pulling the top side as it. So you pull the top side, and they pull down the bottom to sort of bring you round, and they've got a little bell like you would have noticed on the other side as well. Hello, can I help you?
Yes. Wait, there's been a terrible crime that's happened on the other side of the ferry. You must get us to shore ASAP.
What?
Unbelievable business, that. Unbelievable business. You didn't hear it.
I heard the gunshots.
Yes.
Is Philip okay?
Yes.
Unfortunately, I think Philip took the brunt of it. We were just about to get on the ferry when we were set upon by, what was it that you called it? Eadric? Brig?
It was brigands.
It was brigands. Yes.
It was, yes, it was brigand. I believe, actually.
Have you got-
It's Baal's brigands specifically, but
Right? Okay. You
It
realize
was.
this woman just sort of pulls the cowl down from her head and just goes, "But Philip, he's okay though, right?"
No.
He bravely told us to get on the boat and to make our way before we were set upon.
A red-blooded hero, then. That one.
But I heard the gunshot and then you pulled.
He told us to get away, and I'm so sorry. And I go into Eadric's pouch again, and I get out.
But
a
you
gold
need to go
coin.
back. You need to go back and help him. You can't just.
That's too late for that. He's one with the water now.
No.
You know what I mean? Yes. And the current, as you know, being a denizen of the river and what have you, and it took him.
Oh, Philip.
And you know what they say. A sailor.
She's just in her
Sailor's grave. Don't take it like this. A hero, Philip.
I do grab out another gold coin from Eadric's stash, and I just put it by her thing, and I'm like, come on. We must be on our way.
For the boy's family. Yes. Yes. Well, you'd better also, maybe, because they're on the other side of this river then.
She then twists round to you with a dagger. What's you? Who did it?
I'm gonna get my pistol back out and be like,
Give me an initiative check, please.
Oh my god!
Give me an initiative check this time.
okay,
Come on.
look, you know what? If we need to bookend this shit, then let's go. We've got somewhere to be. Like, okay, whoa.
I've lost my dice.
Okay, I have done a 96.
Oh no! Is that not a critical fail?
I rolled a 60 something. Oh no, it's a 99. It would have to be. I've lost my other D10, so now I'm gonna have to roll that again. I got a 68. So I've still made it right. So she gets the
How do you
knife.
fail at initiative? What does it mean?
You just go dead last.
It's just contested, so it's just how quick you are to react between the two. So she just is quicker to you. She's got the knife and she's starting to draw blood on you, and she's pushing it into your jugular right there. She's got it right. It'd take literally an additional nick, and you would bleed out very quickly.
All right.
Was it you who did it?
I have a talent,
Okay.
and that talent is called Suave.
Even in times of crisis, I can still turn it
Especially
on.
Still turn on the
times of
charm.
Christ. And I mean, like, you've seen me, you know? She's
Yes.
seen me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lean into that blade, and I know how to do it. Don't worry. And I'm just like, with my great smell. I mean, can you imagine?
The minute you
last
lean
time-
in, she nicks your throat.
Jeez.
She
Let
just
me
does
cook,
it.
Hamilton. Let me cook.
No, you've cooked enough today. This is it. This is the payback.
Can you even imagine the last time she smelled a dude that smells this good? You have no idea. You have no idea what a dude.
She runs a
smells like.
ferry where
around
there are
you.
literally brigands, vampires, stuff like that. She doesn't muck about. She was
Okay, well,
She's
she
just
was
it.
paying a lot of attention to this, and I'm paying a lot of attention to that, where I have my gun pointed in her gut, and I happen to know about gut wound. So if she's stabbing me, well, I'm stabbing her.
Okay, well, let's make a contested melee.
It's called gut blow. And
Alright,
dang
she
it,
got a
it'll stun
20.
it'll stun a person.
Got a 21, so she succeeded by 1 SL.
Okay, let's roll for this. Ah! I got a 5! No!
Yes, Taylor.
Lord Eadric rides again!
Holy shit! So she goes to you lean in. She goes to do the slash. I don't. How the fuck are you rolling this?
That's so
You
beautiful.
get the advantage in this.
Wait, let me.
So what are you
I
doing?
had to
Are you
check
just
and
gonna
be like, I was like, am I even rolling a D100? Yes, I am.
She does somehow. You get. It doesn't hit you. You don't get hit.
You know what? Let's be fair about it. Here's what happens. I mean, I'm blasting. Like, I just need one.
You're just gonna. Now you're gonna attack. That's on your turn. You're just gonna.
I
Attack.
blast it and I kick her into the river, and then I pull out a very nice handkerchief, embroidered, and I dab at this, and I'm like, I nicked myself shaving. Let's off.
Yes. I've
Now they'll be
created
together
a monster.
forever in the muck. Didn't have to be that way, but now
This
it is.
ferry system is completely now devoid of people.
Great. Nobody gets in and nobody gets out.
I mean, someone will take it over, and there are other people that run it. It's just the night crew are.
Well, it's not. It's none of. It didn't have to be like this. So, you know.
No,
but
it
is
didn't
now.
though.
It really didn't, did it? No, it didn't. It didn't have
It
to be
didn't have
like-
to be like this, but we made it like this, and
Yeah.
it's fine. You know what? We let it be said that I have expedited our passage.
You have.
Yep. You have now crossed the ferry. There's a very short ride now. Run to Black Pit, the sort of other enclave on the outskirts.
Yep.
That's it. That's all you got to get there.
Wonderful.
I would, Dean, you make a roll, but I'm going to suggest we keep the ones from before when you make your way over. It's a very, you can see the lights of it from here. There's a little bit more forest that comes in on the right-hand side away from the town, from the main city itself. But you go along the dirt track, and as you get to the Black Pit, it gets muckier. And it goes from being more stone set to just being like a quagmire. It's been raining, and the rain starts to fall a little bit further as you just get into a more muddy, and the horses are slowed as you come to the Black Pit. Now, the Black Pit is the denizens of those much more, this is a much more rougher and more crusty and maybe a little bit more tainted part of the enclaves that you can choose from. But you can make your way there, and you get to a gate, and it's palisaded with timber palisades all the way around, and there's a big gate, and there's sort of scratches, and it's been broken and put apart, different pieces of timber as you get to this sort of place.
Well, looks like we've just about made it now. Now, what say you to a hot meal and like a place to absolutely peel off this a bath maybe, a hot bath. Can you imagine it? Can you imagine it in these parts? A hot bath. Ah, yes.
Eadric.
And a brew in the bath. You know, that's what I love, a brew when I'm having a soak.
A nice cold
Especially after
beer, yes, indeed. But unfortunately, we still have to find out more information about where our prey has got to. Let's keep it low. Let's try and find some information. Any site, maybe try and find this Archie individual, if they are still, or at least, because they will be well known around here. If they know the city very well, or know the place very well, then we can at least find, if we can find them, maybe we can find more info on our targets.
Knowing-
you're a tough one, but
I don't
let's
know.
on.
I'll blow off
Sigfreda would
steam
know
Mm.
that the Black Pit, a witch hunter's probably not welcome.
Oh,
So
you would know that.
you would know
Oh,
that.
I would know that.
Okay.
All right.
Smuggler's Den They probably wouldn't touch you. Sigmar's Haven, fine. Black Pit, it's a no-go.
Okay, can I ask a question?
Question? Tell me what you think
What
about them.
What immediately lets a stranger know that you're a witch hunter?
I'd just say wearing a Witch Hunter's hat, any
Hat.
insignias of the Templars, anything of that ilk. Probably best to just
Okay.
readorn yourself slightly. You probably have traveling
I-
gear, just...
Yeah, I undoff my cap, and I'm like, this is not yours, I say to Eadric, as I put it in the chest, gently, because obviously it's as precious to me as all those treasures. Any insignia that I have is reversible, so I will turn my coat inside out and put
Love
on again, and anything like that. And actually, for the first time, Eadric might have seen this before, but I like the idea that now that she's completely without said hat, you can see her features a little bit, even though there may be, like, you look at her and then you're like, oh, I don't remember her. If anything, the what you do notice is that she doesn't have any hair. She's completely bald, and is just, again, otherwise very unassuming on that respect. Remind me, Eadric, you have like some sort of tattoo of stuff, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I've got a bit of a tat.
Yeah, maybe don't reveal that in a show of like.
I mean, now it's a great story, and Eadric loves a story, and you know the Tavern gals, they love a story as well, and that's usually where I show it. But,
Right.
you know, perhaps not today. And I
No.
pat my, 20-pack. It's Warhammer, okay? Right? Like,
A 20-pack of cigarettes, is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
no,
So I was like,
my abs.
Oh, you're top.
yeah. That's why I was like, Okay. Yeah, so I'll
Fair.
have my quick change, but I will still
Fine.
keep out the big Lucille gun on my back as long with my big sword as well. So, yeah, keep
Hunters,
it in.
brigands, people, and nobles even come to the Black Pit to for other things.
Yeah.
I'm probably
The
gonna
weird
take off
route.
my insignia.
Yeah.
Put
Okay.
that away.
Right. Good. So you make it. So yeah, and then you do this just before you get into eyeshot of the sort of big gate that's
Oh
over there.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
So you come up to this gate. It's closed off. It's a big wooden door with a bit of iron brandishing around the sides, sort of edging to it, and the classic sort of shutter in the front of it. Rain sort of coming down a bit heavier now as you walk towards it.
Yeah, I will do the traditional knock, knock, knock.
Boom. Hello. Goes
Hello.
there.
Just two individuals looking shelter. Yes, that was it.
Looks
That's not
behind to Eadric.
suspicious at all.
Hello.
Oi!
Yes. Who are you?
Who am I?
Yes.
I spin on my heel and look at him.
Philip.
Ah. Philip.
Philip Dave.
We have a pretty one.
Oh, thank you very
Philip.
much. I work the fields and what have you. That's how I
Yes.
got so pretty, if you say so.
Clearly works the fields.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Come on in. Shuts the thing. And you see a bigger hand than what you probably expected from this person. This kind of bonier face and a sort of bigger ogreish being is also pulling the door behind, and it just looks, but not all the way open because there are only two people. It's a big
Yeah,
door. Opens it enough that you can get through.
Get home
And
with
then-
the horses and stuff, yeah.
See, I see. Pretty one, I told you. Yeah, hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Can I help you with anything, or you're just making your way through?
No, we would after in some information myself and my. As a moment of pause, I go, Master, I'm looking for an individual called Archie.
Archie.
kind
They're looking for Archie. Archie.
You know of an
Hasn't
Archie?
been here for a few days, and I think Archie went for a little wander.
Did he know? We're quite interested to find him and the people he was with.
People looking for information. Information in this town is a little bit dangerous to take, but if you want to know it, I can tell you. Look, I told you it was a couple of days ago.
Yes.
A few people only went to it. What's the usual payment then? Oh, let's see. Pretty boy likes to pay with money, I think. Lots of money. Delicious.
Oh,
Even.
well, it's been a good harvest, I suppose, but let's...
It feels, he says he works.
Yes,
It feels,
as
I've
you
seen...
know.
Those fingers haven't seen dirt in centuries.
Well, I've had a bath, so...
I'd say...
Special occasion.
Well, why don't you take those working hands and take them into your pocket and pull out a little bit of coin for me and my friend here.
Okay.
How about something better? How about something better? Is what I say. Unless, obviously, Eadric does anything to stop me.
Something better?
Yeah, and I will turn to Eadric, and through the power of our minds, I will communicate to you that.
Give me a fellowship roll.
Damn
Give me
it!
a fellowship roll.
Oh,
No,
Fellowship
I want to
of-
use this. Come on, the
Okay.
Fellowship of the Ring. This is just like
Fellowship
Fellowship of the
of
Ring.
the-
When they,
Hang
they
on,
get to the
Fellowship.
ferry, they go to breathe, they shoot the guy in there, and then they.
This is just like
Just
Legolas
imagining Sam
and
and
Aragorn.
Frodo. It's Sam and Frodo. Frodo's just like, I don't know, Mr. Frodo, this is a good idea.
No, I didn't make that at all, unfortunately. I only have 27 in fellowship and I got 76, so completely failed. Yeah.
Okay, what were you trying to do? What were you trying
I think again it's just more with consent because I appreciate Tay got this, but the key I was gonna give that, like I'll offer that as a
Okay.
payment.
I was thinking about it.
Well,
like,
that's fine.
wait,
That's fine.
Okay, cool. I just want to
wait.
double check because I wanted to check because I realized that it's like Taylor's key.
Either way, you
Edric's
tried to get that.
But I gave
Edric's
it.
not
I gave it
noticed
up.
what you're doing, but you've given the key anyway. So
Yeah.
you've got what you wanted, but it was.
I
not-
was
okay.
stalling because
Oh.
Eadric is like a bit cheap, even though he doesn't really understand value.
Yeah, well, he's rich. They're cheap.
Yeah, cheapy rich.
You know
yeah,
how it is.
that
I
kind
don't
of
really
rich
get what's the going rate, but I'm also kind of like, I don't want to give you that.
You have one of Barl's keys. Interesting.
What is it?
Let me see
Not
it.
every
Can I
day
see it?
that
Can I
you
see it?
come
Can I
across
see it?
one
Can
of
I see
these.
it? Can I have a look? 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 Like,
You can see it. There it is.
ooh, tangy. Oh, it's tangy. What do you think? Good? Yes. He likes it. I like it. Very much. Thank you very much for that pocket set. As I said, Archie went with a few people. Close the door, would you mind, dear? Thank you. As the doors. Oh, come over here. Come with me. Tipple. Inside. Yes.
A tipple.
Yes. 2. Or 3. Or more.
Well, now, what about I hesitate to leave my horses. You know.
They'll be
they-
fine here. Rum will look after them. Rum, look after the horses. Don't eat them this time, please.
Oh, please, yes. I've need of them. Friends of mine. if you understand.
Well, one of you can stay out here, and maybe the pretty boy can come with me inside.
Oh.
Of course.
Let's.
Good.
Why not?
No.
You stay with the beasts then. As you do.
As
And, I'm gonna go in
do.
for a tipple.
Oh, yes, come with me. And they take you by your hand. Oh, so soft. And you feel these oily, slick, buttery hands.
Buttery.
Caress, yes.
Ooh,
Caress.
melting away? Ugh.
Caressing at your very soft manicured hands. But
Hey,
they're buttery yet somehow
the
it's like
fields.
butter that's got like iron filings in there. You can imagine what that's
Oh.
like. Yeah, so
like-
like you just get rough bits amongst the grease.
Oh,
Oh.
Yes. Oh, come. You said your name was Philip. It was a lovely name. I used to know
yes.
a ferryman named Philip.
Oh, did you?
I did.
What a name it is. What a name it is.
Yes.
Philip,
Lover
yes.
of horses, if I recall, which makes sense.
Was he?
Well, no, Philip, that's what it means. Lover of horses.
Oh, yes. Yes, it is. I love my horses
fillies?
as well.
Fillies
And they're out there, and
You're
I
inside
love them.
this-
I love
You're
them
inside
both.
what is basically considered a hovel.
Trick is
a
more
hovel
worried about
with-
being in a hovel than being with this guy.
I know, yeah. That's what I was thinking.
I'm not quite sure of their gender, I must say, actually, just in that regard.
Oh,
but
okay. Eadric
Okay.
is just like,
Yeah. But in this space is just like it's a hovel, but it has some very
But-
beautiful objects in it.
Okay.
okay. Okay. Well,
So
I mean,
it's as if like the table is basically like a stump of a tree, but on it is a very fine bone china cup, but it doesn't match the very fine bone china saucer. And there's a really fine, detailed, intricate silver spoon, but it's sort of kind of caked in crap everywhere. But everything is a mess, but there's beautiful things sort of arranged in this mess. Sort of like floating little trinkets amongst the mire, basically.
Okay. Okay.
But anyway, sit, Tipple. You wanted information. Well, information. I can give you information, but a drink first, maybe.
Oh, can you? Let's have a drink then.
Yes, let's have a drink.
Let's do it. You've had a day.
Yes.
I can
Oh.
tell. You've been manning the
Have I?
post.
Oh,
Tell Philip about it. What
Oh,
a day
Philip.
it's been.
no one's asked. This is so lovely. It's been such a day.
I can imagine.
Rum has been on a bad mood since about 3 o'clock, I'd say. It's only been
Has
until you
he?
turned up that he actually cheered up a little bit, I'd say.
Shame that.
Yeah, it is a shame. It is a shame. Thank you. No one ever asked me how I feel. Well, drink.
I believe it. I know how it is. You know, I.
Well, now they go off to a cabinet and just start rummaging around. Ooh, that won't do. Oh.
I feel like I'm about to get poisoned.
Yeah,
I
100%.
just-
Yeah, I'm just there going like, and
Rummaging.
that's of me, Frick.
Ooh,
I'm
this is a
sitting
bit
here
odd.
like,
This
okay.
place is very fine. Maybe it would like something a bit more special. And then you see like parting behind this little bottle of very fluorescent green sort of liquid. And sort of
Okay.
a little drop of this would do nicely. A little tipple.
And do I see
Yes.
that?
Yeah, no, that's all that's in the drink. It's not like
It's just-
they're like, that's what the drink is, but you only get a very small amount. And they just sniff it and go, oh, that's lovely.
But they did that in front of me.
Yeah, one for you.
Yeah.
They're getting one
Okay,
for each. One
okay.
each.
One each. It's like shots.
One each. Yeah, shots.
All
Just
right.
shots in a little sherry glass. Very small sherry glass.
You know what? I'm feeling better about it.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
And you should
Um,
know that, like, it's too late for you to change your tack, but I have a pretty high basic skill of consume alcohol.
Consume alcohol, yeah.
Well, let's just
So-
say you're not going to be consuming much of that because this is stronger stuff. This is,
Ooh.
I don't know. Your law. Do you want to make a law
Wormwood.
check? A law check on what this could be?
I would like to make a lore check, if that's even
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
Okay,
We'll see if
I
it's good
got a
enough.
30, and let me just check. I have 2 different lores that I could have checked. I've got Marion Bad and Heraldry. This is probably not a Heraldry. You know, it's a bit of a...
It's not going to be Marienburg either.
Oh, God.
So it's
Okay.
going. So
What if?
It's intelligence.
Consume alcohol.
it'll just be your base intelligence then.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, as a person that has the talent noble blood, and as a person that has the skill of consume alcohol,
Give
I've
me
done
what
every drug there is.
Okay, so all right. So what's your consume alcohol value then? Just out of
Is it the characteristic or the skill?
As skill.
that. Skill.
Okay, well, we're looking at 36, my friend.
Okay, so you passed it. You would know that this is probably you're in Black Pit. You're near Mordheim. It's
Okay.
green. It's glowing. This is going to have some sort of
weird stone essence to it. This is the real strong stuff. This isn't. These are not the drugs you take for just having a good time. This is the drugs you take to see shit that will like end your soul.
Get out of
This
there.
is the proper stuff. Aha! Yes, special for the special. I've only got like 4 of these to go, but you seem like one to try it with. Yes, here you go. I've had some already. It's lovely.
Oh no! Here's the thing. The part of me that can never, like, say the mean thing in a video game
Yeah.
Yeah.
is right now feeling like
This is the person
I
who just
should
shot a ferryman.
I should accept the hospitality of this individual.
Please do.
And we've connected. And I
Yeah.
love to do drugs because I'm a rich person. And we're like really on the same level in a weird way. Every now and then, you run parallel to somebody long enough and you intersect.
Yeah.
That's physics.
Right.
Or geometry. And
Or geography. Or any of the sciences.
where you are when you are.
The moment is now, and now is the moment. So
I'm just outside with the horses going, I hope he doesn't do anything stupid.
And then I will toast my friend here, and I'll say, "This is fine stuff."
bottoms up, eh?
Wait. Let's get the business out of the way then, shall we?
They're
Because
like,
I'll forget myself, and you know how it is.
oh, very wise.
And let's let this
Wise
decant. Let's
among-
decant this a bit, if you will,
Oh,
because
let
now
it
I've
ferment.
heard of this. I've heard tell. I've never had any. I'm just not a privileged sort, like yourself.
You
know.
I find mind, a sharp mind, and a sharper jawline.
What's your name then? I have to drink to you. I must. I just.
Drowl. People call me Drowl.
Drowl. Well, Drowl, you are a host of like no other. I must. Let's decant this. Swirl it a bit, Drowl. Let's
Ooh.
give it a bit of a.
They go in with you with the swirling. It sort of sloshes a little bit, but they kind of don't mind. They're getting a bit overexcited by it.
Now, Drowl, tell me quickly so that we can get this business over with.
Oh, yes. Well,
Archie,
yes, Archie, yes.
what of him?
Archie. Yes. Oh, sorry, I forgot myself.
I forgot myself as well in your company, Drowl. I forget myself. You know how it is. It's a good night.
They start stroking the 4 strands of hair they have on their head.
Oh no!
Yes, I do forget myself.
Yeah.
Well, Archie, how do I spin a yarn, or do I just tell him straight out right so we can get to the dancing and drinking?
Drowl, you tease me.
So Archie was went with gentleman Drax. His name is very fine. Yeah, not as fine as you, obviously. But
I can
very
hardly believe it.
Very handsome, very tall, very pale. And his friend, there was another person, always in a cloak, never really saw them. And then the 2 ladies, Olga, I think one of them was called, yes, that's right. Yes, I can't remember the other one. And then the young chap that goes with them, and Archie, yes. They were staying at the Nag's Head.
Fancy that.
Yes.
Drowl.
It's quite fancy. They had the best room.
Oh my lord.
They had 4 rooms. They had 1 each. Apart from the young chap that was with one of the ladies, they shared. The 2 younger ones they shared. But then, yes, Drax had the biggest one. The one with the 4-poster. Yeah.
The 4-poster room.
Lots of money flowing.
Sigmar's name. Now that's a bag
They
of gold.
spit
is it
when you
not?
say Sigmar. They just spit. What a vile thing to say in such a house.
I know it was a swear because
Oh, yes. Sigmar. Blah. Yes.
what an expense that is. It's a bit disgusting if
It's
you ask
disgusting.
me.
But maybe let's not say it too much.
Sigmar on
We might-
that. Am
Let's
I right?
not cast curses upon this house, maybe, young chap. Before we
Yes,
start.
let's drink in free of that vile shite.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, you're naughty.
The worst. Drowl, the worst.
Okay, so they get the drink and they're ready to just go, well, yes, well, then spit on his eye and his twin-tailed comet. Ugh.
Okay, I'm gonna knock this one back into my neck.
Okay, so so they go, I want you to make a dexterity sleight of hand.
Okay.
And I will make a deception check. I will make it, I'd say, with your charm, the work you put in, I'm going to give you a little bit of a bonus.
I did the groundwork.
I'm going to give you I'm going to give you minus 20, and I'm going to give them I'm going to add 20 to theirs, because I think that's only fair for the amount of hard work you put in there.
Okay.
They got a 72, so that would be plus, that'd be 92. They are so engorged in the moment. They are just like, whoa! You know, just like, this is just incredible.
Okay,
and they just knocked it back.
No, what did you roll?
What happens now? Because I have a dex of 35.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I have rolled a 35.
So that's it,
okay.
you passed.
It's
okay.
equal to or under.
Okay.
Equal to or under.
It's equal to or under. So you made it. But even then, because you hadn't failed by as much, and also I was giving you a minus 20, so you've actually got not a 35, but a 15.
Okay, you're okay.
So you're
but even so, like, yeah. Whew.
Yeah. So you've just literally just knocked it back onto your shirt. It into your neck. It burns like no other fire you've ever felt, and you feel it corrode. You think it's corroding through your actual neck into your gullet. You actually feel that's how bad it feels. It burns deeper into your heart, and you start to just like your chest is tightening up, and suddenly your focus, your vision, you were seeing this room, and it starts like black spots are filling your eyes as you just hear a voice going, "Hello."